Hi there, everybody. How's everybody doing today? First, I have to just say thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone that gave me a birthday shout out. Yesterday was my birthday, and that just meant the world to me. So thank you. I wasn't even going to celebrate my birthday this year, and packages started being sent to my door, and people were inviting me to go do things. And I've been in hermit mode for so long. So it's just been like really very refreshing. I had a really great birthday. I had to work yesterday, but then I came home and watched my favorite movie, Apocalypto. So I wanted to come in and do a reading for you guys this morning. Welcome in. My name is Elisa, for those of you that have never been here before, and welcome back for those of you that have been here. I'm going to be wearing my Seahawk gear until we win the Super Bowl. So you're just going to have to deal with me. That was another great birthday present, the Seahawks winning. So let's just go ahead. I have my deck here. This is the Repair, Evolution, and Growth deck. So we're going to see if we can get some messages for you guys from this deck. So just remember, energy is fluid. There's no gender in tarot. This is a collective reading. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's just go ahead and get started with our prayer. Divine Mother, Divine Father, angels, ancestors, guides, Grandmother Apollonia, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, Goddess Isis. I ask that you all be here with me and help me be the best possible vessel I can be for the collective today. Help me receive these messages accurately and clearly. Help me hear the messages and deliver them accurately and clearly. And I can't speak, you guys. I ask for the protection of Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael while we are doing this reading today. So is there any other messages that want to come out? Okay. So what do we have going on here? Ooh, got some heavy energy, guys. What's going on? Heavy energy, deception, timing, and compassion. So we have denial. There's a situation that you are refusing to see clearly. Living in denial can create false scenarios to see things that are not accurate. Have the courage and discernment to dig deep into the truth of a situation. Ooh, okay. So we have patience needed and addictions. These are all coming together. So the patience needed, be mindful not to rush or push your agenda at this time. Trust in divine timing and less in instant gratification. Having patience allows everything to unfold as it should. The seeds have been planted, now let it grow. So we have patience and denial, first cards that came out, and then we have addiction. The situation is influenced by an addictive behavior that is influencing you or the person involved. Pain and trauma are being projected. Try to see the truth of this situation by stepping out of the chaos to create an opening for forgiveness, patience, and compassion. This, I think, what is going on. So maybe you're in denial about an addiction. And Spirit is saying that self-gratification is something that maybe that's what you've been learning how to do. Maybe or this is someone around you. So this is either your energy or someone you're dealing with who has an addiction. They're refusing to see it, but Spirit's like, okay, I just keep seeing this word instant gratification. Okay, let's just go and get into it with tarot. I'm not going to do any more guessing. We're just going to get right into it, you guys, because this is a pretty heavy message starting out. So, dear Spirit, help me with this message for the collective. Tell me about this card of deception and denial. Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Seven of Cups. Okay. I already know what this is. Anything else for this denial? This deception? Something you're not seeing clearly? Okay, you guys. Something you're not seeing clearly. So we have the Seven of Cups. Something is an illusion. Something is being veiled. I'm just seeing like something speak. Like your eyes are not seeing what's right in front of you. Okay, so this is what I'm hearing. Either you or someone in your energy, a Knight of Wands in reverse, is not taking action on something, right? This to me is like an energy of someone that's in and out, very immature, kind of childlike. And you know what? Oh, okay, thank you. You know, when you start to do drugs or drinking, okay, now this doesn't need to be drinking or drugs, this addiction. This is an example. Let's say you start drinking at 13 years old, right? And you're 45. Okay, you stop growing mentally at 13 years old when you started that drug or alcohol. So this is letting me know that there's somebody that definitely started this addiction at a young age, because it's like it stunted their growth. It stunted your growth. Like I said, just take it. I don't want to keep going back and forth, so you know if this is you or not, or if this is someone around you or not. But what I know is with this card coming out, it's like they're refusing to see. You're refusing to see. They're refusing to see what this addiction is doing to their life. And they're not making the choice to stop. They're not making the choice to end the addiction, to get out of this addictive behavior. So it's a Knight of Wands energy, fire, but it's somebody that they've lost their passion. Oh, lost the passion for life because of this denial. Oh, that Hierophant was on the bottom. The Hierophant was at the bottom of the deck. With this Hierophant card, it always makes me feel like surrender. It's time to surrender. The Hierophant with the Four of Swords. It is time to lay down and heal and surrender to the divine. It's time to get out of that denial and step into faith and surrendering and healing, laying down the burdens once and for all, you guys, getting this monkey off your back once and for all. This is quite interesting. This is an internal battle for sure. Five of Wands. There's a battle that you're fighting internally, or they're fighting internally. I feel like this has been an addiction that someone has been carrying for a very long time, because we have two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. This decision with this Two of Wands card, if you can see this card, he's tied to the tree stump. His leg is tied to one of the wands. His arm is tied to one of the wands. This has brought a lot of imbalance into your life or the other person's life. This has brought uncertainty, things just, nothing ever feeling like it's going good, like everything will go good for a minute and then boom, like things always ending up going wrong. And with the Two of Wands here in that image, it makes me feel like this person or you are very bound to this addiction, very bound to this addiction. Okay, so, yes, very bound to this addiction. Eight of Swords, feeling very stuck, in denial, not wanting to look and say, yeah, this is something that I've been carrying for a very long time and it's time for me to heal from it. Spirit is here with the Hierophant, Taurus energy, saying, surrender to me. We can get through this together. So Eight of Swords, maybe this has got you feeling anxious, stuck, bound, but somebody is very bound to this addiction here, you guys. Okay. So this patience, being mindful, trusting in divine timing, and less in instant gratification. Okay. Yep, somebody's a drinker. Somebody's definitely a drinker. This 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups. I'm just really drawn to that, the imagery like of all the cups here. So somebody definitely has an addiction to alcohol or substances. Okay. It's like, okay, let me explain this here. This cycle is needing to close out. We have the World and the Ace of Swords. It's like you can get your power back from this. You can close this cycle out once and for all. It's like you're coming out as this Queen of Pentacles, or we have Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy here. Okay, this is what I'm getting. You did turn your back on somebody. You didn't want this in your life any longer. You were tired of whomever this person is to you. Their addiction came before anything, especially you. Especially, you know, it's like the Empress is kind of letting me know, like, you could have been this person's mother, this person's wife, but whatever it is, it's like you had to turn your back because this person was pulling you down with them. So you closed out this cycle. You gained a lot of truth and clarity in this situation. You figured it out somehow, some way. I think that this person kind of hid this addiction from you, and you had no idea that it was as bad as it was. And I feel like this person is still in your energy watching you. But they know that you turned their back on them because, well, part of the reason was because of this addiction. Thank you. I'm finally getting clarity. I don't think that this is your energy. This is somebody that you dealt with because we have the Queen of Pentacles. It's like, I feel like when you turned your back and stepped away from this person, because that's what I feel it happened. I don't see the 8 of Cups, but I feel like you stepped away from this person. You started to do your own healing. You started to understand, like, oh my gosh, I wasn't addicted, but they were like bringing out the worst in me, by them not choosing me first and by me having to fight for their attention. Their addiction always won. I was not a priority. And so when you walked away from that, you started to focus on you. And that in turn helped you to heal from this because they were deceptive. Spirit gave me the word deceptive. Oh gosh, look at this. 3 of Cups. Absolutely. This is someone that drank, that partied a lot, whether it was drinking or substances. This was someone that overindulged. You see that the 3 of Cups, like they're overindulging, like they can't even get their feet on the ground. So this person most definitely had big addictions. Anything else you can tell me about this individual? You, unbeknownst to you, were really this person looked at you as like a soulmate. You were their happiness. You were their joy. They felt like a very deep connection with you. But their addictions, their need for instant gratification, their immaturity, their inner dialogue and their inner battle, I feel ruined things for you. You know, maybe they looked at you like you were the end all be all, but they sure didn't treat you that way. Their addiction really overtook them, you guys. But I just really feel like they had thought you were never going to leave them. Like they could do anything and you would always be there. And I'm not getting that at all. And I just split the deck and it was 6 of Cups again. So I feel like this person had a very strong, or maybe you felt a very strong connection to them. Perhaps, they were a soulmate. They were here to teach you a lesson. That's what soulmates do. They are here in our lives to teach us a lesson. And I believe you learned a very valuable lesson from this person. And you rose above it, and you've been healing, and you've been closing out this cycle. And I think maybe this wasn't the first person that you dated that had addictions, but this was the last person you dated that had addictions, because you're like, I'm not ever going to put myself through that again. And you healed from it. But this person, the addiction was too strong. They couldn't heal from it. Let's see. What do we got here? Golly. So many cards. Okay. So this is what's going on though, you guys. I do feel that this Page of Pentacles came out. So I do feel that this person was either mentally a lot younger than you, or they were younger than you in years. But this Knight of Wands in reverse, I just feel like their growth was stunted. They started to do drugs or alcohol very young. But this is how they're sitting now. They are feeling the loss of you. They are mourning the loss of you. And if they would only look up and see that they have the key, if they got up and just opened that door, they could walk through that door and change their life and end this cycle. We got the World again. They have the power to do that. But what I feel is this person would rather sit and feel sorry for themselves. Spirit just told me that they're in the victim mentality right now. What they did, okay, thank you, Spirit. 10 of Swords. They turned their back on what could have been complete happiness. The 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So what this person did was they turned their back on their soulmate, or what they thought was their soulmate. Maybe you felt it too, and maybe you realized that wasn't my soulmate. Well, it was, but it wasn't who I was meant to be with. That was just a lesson I was meant to learn. And 5 of Swords, look at. So here they are in their head, like, I can't believe that they turned their back on me, that they walked away from me. Well, you didn't have a choice. You had to. You had to preserve what you had left that they didn't take. I feel like this person was a huge energy vampire, because I'm hearing energy sucker. Never an energy sucker. But they wanted to win at all cost, and they didn't. They lost you in this process. They weren't strong enough to face their demon. They weren't strong enough to face their shadow. You were. So anything else you could tell me about this person that the collective either walked away from, or maybe you're getting ready to walk away from it. Maybe you needed this message to give you the courage to walk away. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So here you are, Queen of Swords, 4 of Swords. You put up those necessary boundaries. You stepped into your Queen of Swords energy. You said, there are so many red flags in this relationship that I can't keep overlooking them, right? So you said, 4 of Swords came out a couple times here, you guys. I have to learn from this situation. I have to heal from it. And I have to move on. And that's exactly what you're doing. So like I said, this may have been something you've already walked away from, or maybe this is confirmation that it's time to walk away from it, because Spirit is saying there's something much better waiting for you guys. 3 of Wands. I'm getting that message strongly with this card. There is something much better on the horizon for you. And there was one other card I thought came out. Do you know what they're also giving me with this card? This person, I feel like there's been no contact. That's why they're kind of just lurking and watching still. I feel like there hasn't been any contact, but they've been expecting you to reach out. I'm sorry for laughing. The energy, I feel you'd be like, for what? So you can like give me a tongue lashing, so you can just make me an option again. I think this person's been waiting for you to contact them. Unbeknownst to them, you're in this Queen of Swords energy now, where you pay attention to those red flags and you only welcome in the green. So I think this is spirit just coming through, confirming that you indeed closed out a cycle with someone who never would have chose you over their addiction, and things would have just gotten worse. And if you're wondering if you should close it out, yes. Yes, you have two cards here of yes, the Sun and the Ace of Swords. So this isn't healthy for you. It's time to walk away if you're still with somebody who has addictions. Never ends up good, you guys, unless they want to do the work. Yeah, they want to come rushing back in, but they're still in that reckless behavior. They're still reckless. They're still erratic. This is that energy of someone not thinking before they act. Spirit said, you've been warned. There we go. 7 of Swords. You've been warned. A lot of them want to come sneaking back in, but they're doing the same shit. That's what I mean. Like, they're doing the same thing. They're still sitting in that energy of instant gratification, right? 9 of Cups. Again, the 9 of Cups is like drinking to me on some levels. You got it twice. This person's a drinker. Spirit just said their health is suffering. Well, you can't drink, and not think you're going to have bad health. Okay, so let's see. What's the outcome here? We know this person is watching and waiting and hoping, and they really want to come rushing towards you, but will they? What's the message here? Queen of Cups. Use your intuition. Your intuition is on point when it comes to this person, you guys. What's the outcome? You're going to know. Yep, 4 of Pentacles. Hold back. Hold your energy. Don't engage. There's no reason to. They're very out of whack in their life. They don't have any balance in their life. They don't have much harmony. They look to you as the person that is going to provide that for them. But what people don't remember is that we have to create our own happiness. And then when we invite people into our lives, they can add to that. They're not there yet. They don't have any concept of how that works. Outcome. And then we're going to finish the reading. So I have 9 of Wands in reverse and the 5 of Cups. This is the outcome. This person is not vulnerable. This is like, when it's upright, this lets me know you've been through a lot. You're like this, the journey's been really hard, but it's like there's that light at the end of the tunnel. In reverse, they haven't done any work. They're not allowing themselves to be vulnerable. And if they wanted to come back, they would not be vulnerable with you. They weren't in the past. They're not going to be now. They are in the same energy. And look at that. There they are in the 5 of Cups. There they are in the 5 of Cups. Leave them there. Okay? I feel when this ended, that's how you were feeling. You felt the loss of this. Because there definitely was a connection. But they didn't care how they left you. So here they are now. Roles have been reversed. Now they're looking at what's been lost. Now they're looking at what they left behind. Now they're looking at what their addiction cost them. And now they're sad and blue. And they will always mourn the loss of you. But on the other side of it, you did the necessary work. So you getting away from this person was the best thing you could have ever done for yourself. Things would have just gotten worse and worse. Final card, if we have one. Yep. And you know what? So we have 7 of Wands. Even if they wanted to enter your life, this is where your vibration is now. You're at this 7 of Wands. Your vibration is so high, they wouldn't even be able to reach you. That's how energy works. It's like those that are still in a low vibration, how on earth can they rise up to meet you? You don't lower yourself anymore to meet people at their level. You used to lower your vibration to meet this person at their level daily. You don't do that anymore. You're in this Queen of Swords energy, this Queen of Cups energy now. You are all knowing. So now this person can't even reach you energetically. let alone physically. So just know you're protected, but continue to ask for that protection, you guys. You have really risen above this. And it's just letting me know that the lessons that you needed to learn, you learned them. And you did a great job, and Spirit sees you. So, and I just said you did a great job. Look, 8 of Pentacles, you did a great job. Leave this in the past. If this person tries to approach you, I think they're going to have a difficult time because they look at you like their son. Oh, if I can only get them back, things will be better. But they're not going to change, you guys. They would have changed. They would have changed during this little separation, right? Okay, so I just think this is a little bit of a heads up. Okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for stopping by. Show me some love. Interact with my channel a little bit. That way I can pick up on your energy. And Gaia, she's over here. She says hi too. Okay, you guys, have a great day and choose peace today. All right, bye-bye.